All around Cambridge, signs and plaques can be found that detail the city's rich history. Hundreds of people walk past these signs every single day. But does anyone actually take the time to think about them? We start our journey in the 1500s, when plague was responsible for an extremely high mortality rate. Of course, the clergy and most of the citizens blamed God for the plague. However, the situation got so bad that the university and the town had to combine forces to build a new water channel. This water channel was called Hobson's Conduit, after Thomas Hobson. But how much did he actually contribute to the channel? Hobson was famous in Cambridge for inventing the Boris bike 400 years before Boris Johnson was actually born. He made a fortune off of renting horses to the rich Cambridge University students. He became so famous, in fact, that the phrase Hobson's choice was named after him, as he'd always give his customers the horse closest to the door instead of letting them choose their own. Being a man who was wealthy and well known, he was approached by Vice-Chancellor Andrew Pern to help build a new waterway to give Cambridge clean water. So, even though Hobson has a monument and a conduit named after him, he didn't actually contribute anything to the designing and building of the project. The monument behind me was moved from the Market Square to Trumpington Street in 1856. This is the sign that commemorates that. When the original fountain was moved to Trumpington Street, this one was built in its place. This made the Cambridge market a focal point for the public.
Let's look at the recognition he received. There's a blue plaque at his former home on St. Andrew Street, identifying him as a Cambridge businessman, a philanthropist. There's also a very large fountain that no one notices, but that fountain was the source of the first clean water this city has ever known. By the 17th century, it was widely understood and acknowledged that dirty water caused diseases. It killed people. So efforts were made to change this by bringing clean water in. What Hobson did to cover the expenses now and in the future was set up the Hobson's Conduit Trust. That trust still exists today, and it's overseen by the City Council. Sluices, manhole covers, the cleaning and the reparation of all of the drains, those come out of the trust that Hobson set up 300 years ago.
As a figure who helped shape this city, we're fortunate to have a few ugly fountains to remember him by. But for now, let's keep hunting for other signs and plaques to see what else we find.